Streaming since October 2025, let's do a wrap up of what we've experienced so far. As the year comes to an end, I've realized that these few months of streaming and content creation have changed my life in some really unexpected ways. Before starting, it's normal to have fears of perception and failure, but I was having actual fears of connection and success. I was still working through my own stuff, but I wanted to create a space that felt intentional and safe. The courage to start streaming actually didn't come until after a night of FaceTime Minecraft with my 5-year-old niece. As someone who was almost always played solos besides the angry boyfriends, it felt really great to share that experience with someone, especially someone who was having fun. And that's when the FUCK it bulb flicked on. At first, it was like throwing darts at the ground. I knew I wanted to start, but I didn't know where or how. I knew having a niche would be something important, if anything, to help the algorithm categorize me. I started with cozy, relatable wellness content, which went well, but wasn't something I could commit to. Then it was love stories. True crime was really messing me up, and I wanted to put out content that had a more positive impact with that same true crime vibe. Of course, it's easier to find crime stories than it is love stories, and I didn't want to make anything up. So then I tried ancient history. It's one of my special interests, so I thought it would be easy, but man, freaking green screening is hard, and most of the stories I wanted to share had all already been shared thousands of times before. Eventually, I decided to share my love of Skyrim with the world, and Cozy Catharticos was born. The best part has been the community. It started with just a few people: Daily Life, Nathan, Bayou Billy, aka Josh, Barney, and grew to include more familiar names like Winterwolf, Rat Pat, Amber, Red Sunset, Alex, and so many others who are showing me how great true community can feel. The numbers grew from 60 followers to almost 300 in under 2 months, which, sure, it's nothing crazy, but when you imagine that many people in a room watching you, it definitely feels crazy. People were coming back to each stream. People were staying and telling me how much fun they were having. People felt remembered by me. There was one day in particular, it was just me and Barney. I was having a no bones day and showed up with a messy bun, full sheet mask on my face, completely exhausted but still wanting to be there. And Barney stayed anyway. We played, we watched, we hung out, and that's when I knew I had found my people. One of the most heartwarming things we did in our community this year was a holiday card exchange in the Discord. It was such a simple idea, just making digital cards and sharing them with each other. But it brought so much joy, and it really broke the ice between new members and old members. It turned strangers into friends and made the community feel even warmer. Between the late night streams, community games, and Saturday movie nights, we even started a book club. None of us had done that before, but now we're on our second book. It's amazing to see how these little things brought everyone closer. Beyond the online world, streaming has even changed my real life habits. It's giving me something to look forward to and a reason to build better routines. I started waking up more excited, exercising regularly, drinking more water, thank you chat, and planning my day around something I'm truly excited for. It's even helped me with my sleep schedule, social communication skills, and has honestly brought a lot more joy into my everyday life. Of course, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. I had to become my own IT person, dealing with internet drops, flag streams, learning to fix audio and camera issues on the fly. Becoming my own mod has been an experience in itself, which reminds me I should probably start taking applications. I taught myself to use Procreate, Canva, OBS, Discord, TikTok Studios, and so many other programs thanks to YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok. It was a learning curve for sure, but it's been incredibly fulfilling, and at this point I could probably add a few of these new skills to my resume. As the community grew, it turned into a whole ecosystem. I set up a Patreon for membership-based co-working spaces, and even opened an Etsy shop to share Discord and gamer-friendly digital products, things that I was already making for my own community anyway. At the core of it all was the idea of body doubling, creating a space where people can just be together, work side by side, sharing each other's momentum, and feeling supported by real people. That sense of community and shared presence has been so positive. Content creation was another skill. I knew it was important, but I didn't realize the level of effect it would have on live streaming and community building as a whole. Which I know it sounds dumb, like a no-brainer, but I really didn't think it was necessary at first, or at least not to the level that it is now. Short form versus long form versus live streaming, it each takes completely different sets of skills and energy. There were ideas I was sure would hit, but they ended up flopping, while the stupid little trash videos I throw up in a few seconds would get hundreds, even thousands of views. It was infuriating, and it still is, in a cheeky kind of way, of course. Like, what do you mean the video of the screen recording got 3,000 views while the well-edited and manicured skit I made only got 130? Like, damn! Learning how to edit, which sounds work, which don't. How many effects is too many effects? It all comes down to the very microsecond. I'm learning how to come up with content consistently without forcing it, because I don't want empty follows. I'm building a quality community full of quality people. Although learning how to stop obsessing over analytics was a little struggle for the first month or two. At some point it did stop feeling like pressure, and it did start feeling like a skill I'm actively building, which is amazing. So as 2025 comes to a close, I feel genuinely grateful for what this year gave me, because I let myself try. I didn't wait until I felt perfectly ready. I didn't have everything figured out. I just showed up, learned as I went, and built something slowly and intentionally. Something that keeps growing now, and something that I hope keeps growing even further. It's giving me something to focus on. It's giving me something to care about. Something that actually adds value to my life instead of taking from it. And that matters so much to me. If you've been a part of it all this year, whether you've popped into the stream a couple of times, liked a post or two, dropped a comment, joined the Discord, watched a movie with us, or watched quietly, thank you. You genuinely helped make this what it is. And if you're watching this and you're curious about starting something of your own, streaming, content, community, literally anything, just FUCK, do it. Because why not? It could be the best time of your life. And if you want to stick around and see how we evolve into 2026, you're welcome to do so. Subscribe if you want to follow along. Leave a comment if you've been part of this year, or if you're building something new too, because I read all of the comments, of course. That's it. Goodbye 2025, and thanks for what you gave me.